Hello again. Here's another project that I've been working on in my times of not doing lives. Using up my glue pages. We talked about this once before. I have my glue book, so I try and fail every time to not get so much glue on my table. But these pages get folded either in half length or lengthwise or widthwise, so I end up with a bunch of these. They're all stored down there in a box, in a bucket, whatever you want to call it. So all the ones that I had before, I initially spent some time covering them with front and back, and I covered them with coffee dyed paper. These are the long ones, these are the square ones, depending on which way they were folded. Isn't that the most yummy paper? Ah, I love that. It's like my absolute favorite. Which is why this one is just as it is. Because I love it and I couldn't bring myself to cover it. So that's going to go, and it'll be in the pile, but as it is, and it's already neutral. Hold up just a second. Gotta glue a little tiny piece here. Oop, trying to close my glue one-handed. It is not working. I don't even think my glue came out. It didn't. I'm trying to glue something with no glue. Squares, come on, come on. Nope. That's not the one I need. Let's see. Playing with the new bottle. It's trying to, that's what this paper clip was for. It was putting it down into my old bottle when the glue would dry in the nozzle.
Pure selfishness. I haven't stopped being a kid yet myself.
And now I have to find something that can fit down into these new ones. Other than that, I love these new bottles. So for crafters, it's got this nice fine tip little tip. Gives you a nice small bead of glue when your nozzle doesn't dry out. I'm going to figure that out. I will fix that tag over there. I will fix that later. Or I'll fix it with my Fabri-Tac. I don't know. Might as well just do it while I've got it out, right? So what I did earlier today, I went through my scrap bucket down here at my feet, pulled out all my neutrals. So the neutrals, the creams, the off-whites, the eggshells, the tans. Some people consider black a neutral, and I don't mind black as an accent when I'm doing neutral stuff, but not like solid black. So in these, you'll see some of that. You'll see some black accent as part of it, but not any solid strips. So what I did was just made some simple bases, and I'm going to put them this way because that's the way my camera's positioned. I left them all, the backs plain, because I don't know what I'm going to do with these, and it'll be used over time. They can be trimmed and used as belly bands. They can be, glued on a U shape and use it as a side pocket or a top pocket. You just need to decorate it with embellishments that go with the journal that you're working on. But I always like to start with a neutral base, no matter what, because I can always add, if I'm doing a purple journal, the neutral is going to fit in the purple journal, and you just tie it in by decorating the top with purple stuff, purple flowers. You could stencil with purple ink and put, whatever, but you can decorate any neutral item to fit the theme or the color of the journal that you're working on. So I tend to do a lot of neutrals just to have on hand for future journal work. So there's this one, and again, there's the one I showed at the beginning. That's just by its glorious self. I'm going to scoot these this way. I gotta figure out if there's a way that I can record on my phone but see it on my laptop. That way I know when I'm always in frame and when I'm not. So this one. So this is, this strip right here is tissue paper. Like that really, really thin tissue paper. Tea stained on my metal pan. I should show you my glorious metal pan since it's empty at the moment. This one. This right here is pattern paper. And you get a plastic bag or wax paper or something that you'd have to try what you have. Wax paper is best, but I don't buy wax paper. So what I used is the big 13-gallon garbage bags. Cut them open, and then you just layer it with glue. And then you take tissue. You can do this with tissue paper, tea bags, empty tea bags, coffee filters, whatever, you know, but you want it to be thin, not regular paper, more tissue-esque. But again, this is pattern paper, and you just glue it. You put the glue on the plastic, put the paper down, put glue over the top and let it dry, and it wrinkles and it gives you this beautiful texture. Funny little joke. My daughter says it looks like skin. Can't say that I completely disagree with her. So when we were messaging earlier, she showed me her collection of laptops, and my response to her was a video that asked her, that said, okay, but do you have a collection of skin? Come on, glue. I've not really used my Fabrifix much, so it's kind of dried out a little bit. So yeah, this one I'm gonna have to do a little bit more gluing under here with my wet glue when it decides to cooperate with me. I forgot which way I was going. I think I'm going here. I have this one. I think I'm still in frame. This one. Uh-huh. And this one. So this is tissue paper in the coffee, so you can see a little bit of that brown that it picks up. Same here. Actually, take that back. This is the glue technique with tissue paper and colored glue. I tinted it with coffee and made the glue brown, so it transferred onto the white tissue paper. So that's those. And again, these can be cut down, you know, cut in half, make 2 pockets, cut in half this way, 2 belly bands. All very versatile, but ready to go. With the ones that are folded in half this way, I made journaling cards. So they're all my ends are nice and rounded off. Again, the backs are blank. Write on them. So I have this, and I'm going to go this way. So I turn my camera. I will turn the video when I'm done. So you're looking at things upright. So I have this little baby one. I have this one. I love this. I'm almost out of it. I gotta try to make some more, recreate it. There's another one. And another one. This is just a fun little addition from work. For a long time, my printer at work was doing this weird thing. And I would send a document to print. It might be 2 pages long. Well, it'd print the 2 pages, and then it'd print like 30 more after it with just a single line of this weird hieroglyphic. And instead of wasting the paper, of course, what did I do? I coffee stained it and used it in my craft room. So just a little fun stuff. Children's coloring book. Cut a strip out of it. There's that yumminess again. This one. This was a strip of the bubble painting that I did with my granddaughters. Bowl of water mixed with acrylic paint and soap, and then you blow bubbles into it, and then you just tap the paper on the top, pop in the bubbles, and it gives you this really cool, where am I? There I am. See? You get the bubbles in the paint. It's fun. I don't have too much of that left either, so I'm going to have to do another project next time my grands are here. This one. This one. This paper was a spillage. I was actually hand dipping and spritzing tea on paper, and I knocked my jar over, and so it dribbled onto some of my paper, and I didn't realize it, so it dried, but it dried with these streaks in it. I'm like, oh, cool, I like it. This one. This is the center of a book. You can see of an old book. This paper is really, really brittle. But right here you can see the staple holes. Nice and rusty. Perfect for junk journaling. Again, that's that pattern paper. This is out of an old book. It was the book I was talking about before, about the dog. And I was saying that I needed to figure, it was really old brittle paper, and I wanted to know how old the book was. And the book was written in 1955. So, and it's I found the original paper, the fly sheet, in a stack of other stuff. And this is the original 1955 version of that book. So now I kind of feel, but it was falling apart. That's why I got it for free. But yeah, it's like, oh, it was an original. It's not even a copy. Oh well. And then this one. So again, just journal bases, or bases of stuff. And when it comes to using them in a journal, just decorate with the embellishments on top to make it fit the one you're working on. Even, sewing around the edges, but picking, again, I'll use purple for an example. If I was doing a purple themed journal, I could change out my thread and do my stitching with purple, and then ink, for example, the edges. And then whatever image I put on top, have purple flares to it. And voila, now it fits into a purple journal, right? So this is part of my Use It project for 2023. So what I have used is my glue pages as well as some of my scraps. So good little productive day as well. Got some stuff used. I'll get it stored over there behind me. I don't know how to do that and make it look right on camera. But on the cabinets behind me and my storage bins, with my other journaling cards and my other belly bands. So, another little project for the first week of February. Thanks for watching.